lot of the information that you see out there online and in the media, social media, is really telling you that, look, you can't buy a house for less than $1 million in Hawaii. That is absolutely not true. All right. All that stuff that you see out there is what we call like fear porn or real estate stuff. Like, you don't really have, like, you need to get in touch with somebody such as myself, a real estate agent out here who can really help you out and dial in and show you what it's really like. So in this video, we're going to debunk all that and more right now. What's going on? Welcome to the Living in Hawaii channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan Strong. I'm a real estate agent out here in Honolulu, Hawaii. And look, this channel is all about what it's like to live in Hawaii, the up, down, left, and right, what it's like to eat, sleep, play, breathe, everything that you need to know about what it's really like to live in Hawaii. If you're not new here, hey, welcome on back. We appreciate you all being here and watching more of these videos. Make sure you all hit the like button. It's going to help anybody else be able to find these helpful videos. Hit the subscribe button, and the easiest way to get notified when we put a new video out on this channel is to hit that notification bell, and you'll get that notification on your phone or whichever device you choose, and you'll be notified when we put a new video out on this channel. And then, like, look, we talk to so many people that reach out every single day, and we absolutely love it. You can reach out however you'd like to. You can shoot us a text, give me a call, send me an email. You can slide in the DMs. You can skip all that and use the Zoom link down in the description below. However you're comfortable, we got your back when it comes to living in Hawaii. Before we dive into the cost of buying a home here in Hawaii, we're going to talk about the average cost to rent, because a lot of times when people move out here, they're going, should I rent or should I buy? What is more feasible, right? And what is the mindset around all this? So I actually want to show you what the average rent is, and then we'll do some math, and then we'll get into the buying of the homes. And I'm actually going to take you directly inside the MLS. As a real estate agent, I want you to see what we're seeing in the MLS, but you have to keep in mind that inside the MLS for rentals, right? Same thing for purchasing too, but for rentals, I can only see what a property management company or a realtor who manages properties puts in the MLS for rent, all right? As far as like private landlords renting from Zillow or Hot Pads or whatever other things, I cannot see that. So this data is strictly what is available in the MLS. Here we are directly in the MLS showing you the data and what we can see on the back end. And so I'm going to go ahead and guide you through some things, and I'm not going to bore you again, just going through some numbers, and then we'll do some math here. So as you can see on the left side, I've got rentals checked. All right. I'm looking at data for rentals, and on the bottom here, you can see the average, right? It says sales price, but this is the average for rentals. All right. We've got all price ranges, all land tenures, all bedrooms, bathrooms, all square footage sizes. Now this 3 years up here, over here on the right, is the change the length of your charted timeline. So you can see that this is the 3 years. I've had somebody be like, Ryan, you don't know how to read your data. Like, well, you actually don't know what it looks like on the back end of the MLS. So just showing you that this is over 3 years. They got it dated all the way back to 2019, where rent was $23.15. And now you saw like a little dip here in 2021 and then skyrocket, right? So this is where we're at now. So if I change this even into the last like year, you can see January of 2021 and how rent has just constantly increased. Now, I like averages, taking you back to some old school like stuff, right? Median is half above, half below. What's that number in the middle? Average is all of them combined and then divided by that number, right? So that's what I like. Now, over the last 12 months, over here on the right, you can see, and I'm actually going to zoom this little in for you here so we can see. Let me slide it over. All right, I've shown you what's been checked off. I want you to be able to see this. So over here, over the last 12 months, and this is as of June of 2022, over the last 12 months, okay, of the entire MLS, and again, only in the MLS, $2,563 is what the average rent is over the last 12 months, and that's a 10.9% increase, all right? I can change this to the last 6 months, and then you can see it's 26.22, and that's a 12% increase. 3 months, rolling 3 months, 26.68, 11, and then over the last month, 2,771 with a 12% increase. So right there with those numbers, you can see that the average rent of Honolulu, Hawaii has gone up tremendously, all right? and this is impacting a lot of people, but this is also impacting you in such a way that should you rent or buy. So let's talk a little bit more about that. Now let's go ahead and break it down. All right, and using some numbers here, we're going to show you what it may actually cost you to rent. So going ahead and kicking things off, now we looked at the numbers over the last 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, and monthly. And what we're going to use is $2,500 a month, $2,500 a month. Now for $2,500 a month, all right, let's multiply that by 12 months. Maybe you signed a year lease, okay? Now we're going to keep the math simple. Look, I went to Radford out here. Radford's a public school out here in the Salt Lake area. You can do your due diligence and check them out on great schools. I'm just kidding. It's not necessarily like that bad of a school. All right. But if you have or heard things, hey, leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think. Anyway, regardless, so $2,500 times 12 months, you're looking at $30,000. All right. That's $30,000 that you are putting into somebody else's home. All right, now let's go ahead and go do some more simple math. All right, $30,000. Maybe you signed your second year, right? 2 years into this, okay? And you're looking at 60 grand. That's $60,000 that you have put into somebody else's mortgage, okay? Let's go ahead and do it one more, right? Let's add in another one, and we're looking at $90,000 because you decide to sign on for year 3. So you're putting this into somebody else's mortgage. And what I'm saying really here is, look, you're buying a house regardless. It just depends if you're buying yours or your landlord's, like these numbers are showing right here. All right, so really take that into account. I understand everybody's situation, variable dependent jobs, all that stuff is different, but really take these numbers into account and consider what I just said, because this could really impact your decision and you for your lifetime. In the beginning of this video, I did mention that, hey, look, not all homes are $1 million in Hawaii, because that's what the media puts out, all this crazy stuff that, oh my God, it's so expensive. Yes, the cost of living is higher here, but does that mean that you have to buy $1 million home? Not necessarily the case. What we're actually going to do right now is look at condo townhomes. All right, I'm going to take you inside the MLS just like I did for the rent, and we're going to look at the numbers for condo townhomes. Now, why am I saying condo townhomes? So out here in Hawaii, like if this is especially for my mainland friends who may be thinking about making the move out here, but out here in Hawaii, and even for the locals here that may not know this, but out here, everything is kind of nestled under this umbrella of condo. So what I mean by that is that if it's not single family, if it's not commercial and land, and maybe some other ones, it's nestled under condo. So even like townhomes, all right, what we consider a townhome is considered a condo. So it's like a condo townhome, right? It's under the umbrella of a condo. So when you're looking online and you're searching homes and you see a townhome and you're like, that's a townhome, but it's labeled as a condo. That's because on the mainland, we think like these buildings right here behind me, we think, oh, condo, high-rise building, right? In this big, tall building, and you're living on the 22nd floor, whatever floor it may be, right? That's what we typically think. We also don't really use the word apartment out here. Nobody really says apartment. Basically, it's a condo or a townhome, but it's all under condo. So that's a lot. That can be confusing. You're probably going, what in the heck? Like, yeah, it's kind of wild and kind of confusing, but that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and dive in the MLS and really break down these numbers and see what that might look like for you. All right, back inside the MLS, like you can see, and I explained earlier, just kind of starting from the top left, you can see that I've got condo townhouse. Like I said, it's all umbrellaed in this one, and that's checked off. You can see on the bottom left, I've got average, and then you can see this looks like the stock market, right? Nothing else checked off up here, all land tenures and everything. So that does include fee simple and leasehold, but let me go ahead and blow this data up for you on the right. And again, I like averages. All right, this is what I like to use is averages. So that's the trend line over the last 3 years. Again, I can change that, but what we're looking at here is our monthly data. So as of June 2022, and like I already said, depending on when you see this video, it may change, and that's when you can schedule your Zoom with us, and we can definitely go over this. But June of 2022, you can see the MLS condos. All right, and let me just double check, right? We checked off condos. Okay, so MLS right here, $630,313 is the average. This is over the last month with a 13% increase. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's flip this all the way to the last 12 months. Over the last 12 months, $593,832, excuse me, with a 13.9% increase. All right. Over the last 6 months, 615,578 with a 14% increase. And over the last 3 months, 619,469 with a 13.3% increase. So again, this is all condos and townhomes, regardless of land tenure, wherever it's at on the island. We're not getting down to the nitty gritty in the areas. This is just the overall view of what it looks like with the average cost to purchase a condo. And then again, I showed you over the month, 3 months, 12 months, 6 months, right? So we went through all of that. So there's the data there for you. Digest it how you may, and then you can, like I said, get on a call with us and we can help you make a better choice and guide you in the right direction as far as us being real estate agents and advisors out here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Just took you in the MLS and showed you and broke down those numbers, and as you can see right there, look, not all homes are $1 million. Just showed you, right? Now that you're going, oh, Ryan, those are condos or townhomes. Yeah, I mean, okay, it depends, right? Criteria, variables, what you got going on, all these types of things that fit your needs, criteria, but most importantly, lifestyle, right? These types of things really play a factor. So we just dove in and checked all that out. And look, we also have another video just recently put out, a Hawaii real estate market update as of July 2022, talking about this whole market shift and what we're seeing with the whole market shift and what this could potentially mean for you if you're thinking about buying a home in Hawaii. Okay, so that update is there. I'm actually going to have that pop up for you right here on your screen at the end of this video. You can go click it and you're going to see that pop up, and you can watch that new update to really help you understand more of the numbers and what we're seeing out here as far as indicators with the market shifting, all that good stuff. Another thing though, for like these buildings, especially behind me, and especially in Waikiki, zip code of 96815, especially down here, you will see a common thing with land tenure. All right, I've already broken down fee simple versus leasehold in another video, but that is something that really impacts price, especially in Waikiki when we're talking about what a leasehold means to you as a buyer, what it could mean to you in the future, and why when you see a price of a condo that looks too good to be true, more often than not, it typically is a leasehold. So definitely things for you to look out. But let's go ahead and break down some more numbers, and let's look at some single family homes and what that means. Now let's go ahead and break down single family homes, okay? And now when we say single family homes, you're thinking, but hey, look, I mean, like a single family could live in a condo or a townhome, right? So what's a single family home? Single family homes, and we're talking about single family home residences, or what you might see as SFH as far as an acronym, right, for it whenever you're looking at homes online. All right, but what we're talking about here is a home, a standalone home by itself on the land and whatever else is on the land. This home is not attached to any other structure, okay? So we may see some homes that are attached somewhere in the middle or on the behind, whatever it might be. Some of you refer to those as duplexes. Out here, sometimes you may see it listed as an attached single family home, because that's two dwellings that look like single family homes, but they're attached with some adjoining wall somewhere. Out here, they don't really call them duplexes that much. For just like apartments, we don't really use duplex that much. We don't have a ton of duplex opportunities out here. But out here, that might be listed as an attached single family home. But when we are talking about single family home residences for the purposes of this, we are talking about homes by themselves on that lot. They are not attached to anything else. It's just that home, right? And that's it. So now that we've got that cleared up and out of the way, we're going to be looking again, like we just did for rent and condo townhomes. We're going to be looking at the average price, and we're going to really break it down for you so that you can see what this looks like, the trend lines, and what's really happening here in Hawaii. Here we go, back in the MLS. Let's check it off. Again, top left, single family. All right, that's what's checked. Bottom left, average. We're looking at the averages. This timeline is over a year. You can see January of 2021, just over a million, 1.026. All right, now let's fast forward to here we are, June of 2022. All right, now I'm going to zoom this thing in so that you guys can get a good, clear view of what this one looks like. And so here we go. Over the last 12 months, in the data as of June 2022, the average price for a single family home here in Honolulu, Hawaii is $1,359,033, a 20% increase over the last 12 months. All right. Does that mean there are single family homes more than 1.359? Yes. Does that mean there are single family homes less than 1.359. Yes, all right, there are single family homes that are not even $1 million. It just really depends on the area. Okay, really depends on the area. Now let's move it over 6 months. 1.411, so we had a jump. All right, and that's the 17.9% increase. Now rolling 3 months, 1.43. You see what happened over here? I went from 1.469, 1.457 in May, and now I am down to 1.403. Okay, let's do it over the last month. 1.365, right? We went down, down, and down. June of 2022. So that's a pretty much a indicator right there with that 13% increase. But this is an indicator of what's happening as of July 2022 in the Hawaii real estate market. Again, I talked about that video that I made. This is an indicator. All right, one of the biggest indicators can be inventory. I'll talk about more in here in a second, but I just wanted you to see that 1.365 million, all right, give or take, depending on the area. So let's jump out and we'll talk more about the inventory. I was just talking about the inventory, and the inventory, meaning how many houses are for sale on the market, can be the biggest and best indicator to which way the market is shifting. All right, and the more inventory you have, all right, let's think about this. Maybe you're a shoe fanatic or car fanatic, whatever it is. I used to buy Jordans, so let's talk about shoes. Okay, when they released Jordans, right, and maybe it was the Concords, right, and they were releasing these, they had a limited supply, all right, but there was a ton of people that wanted this little bit, right? Now, what are they going to do? They can drive the price up, right? There's a lot of demand and a little inventory. Same thing in the housing market. We had a little bit of homes, all right? This is starting to get more and more. But when it was nuts, we had a little bit of homes and we had a lot of people that were ready to buy. All right, now things are starting to shift over to where we have a little bit more inventory and not near as many people buying homes. All right, so things are starting to shift, and inventory, right, supply and demand, old school economics can be one of the biggest indicators for you when it comes to you buying a home and doing your search on the market. I can tell you personally, all right, personally, I just went under contract for a home, $25,000 under the asking price. Okay, just letting you know that. So me myself personally, I'm a big on being, practicing what you preach, and just letting you know that, hey, look, this is actually happening. We're starting to see the shift, personally experiencing it, and so you can take that and run with it. But again, we can talk more on our call. We've broken it down from rent to condo townhomes to just single family homes. Now we're gonna bring it all home and bring it all together. We're going to look at single family homes and condo townhomes tied together in some data. Let's go through it real quick. Again, same thing, right? Top left, single family and condo townhomes checked off. You can see the average down there, and you can see that I've got it at 1 year on the right and monthly. Let's go ahead and bring this baby in so that you can see it nice and clear on your phone or whichever device you're watching. All right, maybe you're on the couch watching. Here we go. June of 2022, this is all of them together, $905,175. All right, that's over the last month. Okay, and even my 1 year trend line, you can see, right? You can see. So let's change that up. Let's go 3 months. $899,303 is the average sales price over the last 3 months, with an 11% increase. Okay, over the last 6 months, $896,618 with a 12.8% increase, and over the last year, you can see $878,658 with a 13% increase as of June of 2022. So there we have it, condo townhomes and single family homes all bundled into one. We've gone through a ton of data, and again, just wanted to remind you that these will change. All right, this will change. We talked about the market shifting. It is shifting. We are now starting to see this. Some people think there's going to be a crash. Some people don't. All right, we shall see. Okay, we have no idea. None of us actually truly know. We're just looking at historical indicators, looking at what they're doing up there in the economy, and seeing how this may shake out. All right, so that's not necessarily the case. We've covered a tons of data, and again, keep in mind, depending on when you see this video, that this will change, and that's exactly why you, like I said in this beginning of this video, we have tons of people reaching out every single day that want to talk about this and more. Dial-in communities, they're making the move and they want to figure out the best place to land and that fits for their lifestyle. You can reach out to, shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email, slide in the DMs, however you're comfortable. You can skip all that and you can use the Zoom link down in the description below. You can reach out however you're comfortable, because we got your back when it comes to everything living in Hawaii. If you haven't made it this far already and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It's going to help anybody else be able to find these helpful videos. Hit hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. That's going to be the easiest way that you get notified whenever we put a new video out on this channel. Your phone or whichever device will send you a notification so that you get notified that, hey, look, Living in Hawaii put out another video. You should go watch it. All right. We talked about the Hawaii real estate market. We've got that and tons of other great videos on this channel. We're actually taking you out in the community, showing you what these communities look like out there, showing you walking through these streets. All that and more is going to start popping up for you right now.